Hello, welcome back. How you guys doing? Nice to see you all here. Welcome back to the world. Look at what I have done. Look what I have done. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. But nothing remains. I have spent so much time just clearing out this whole friggin' area, and I've built this farm, which is a squid farm. You can see there, it was working a little bit, and this farm, which is a glow ink farm, and you can't see any at the moment, but here's the items to prove it. You know, that's where you can AFK and it works. You're down here, it doesn't work. I've done all that. I've got Jules's beacon, which I'm meant to return. And yeah, but yeah, how you all doing? Nice to see you again. I hope you enjoyed the last video. I've honestly been really enjoying making Minecraft videos, doing Minecraft stuff, just Minecrafting about. It's been very fun. So yeah, I mean, I've just come back from an 8-hour shift at the sad factory. It's called work, and I don't really know how I'm going to make this into a video. Because it's going to be pretty boring. I'm just essentially going to go into like a creative world and like combine a few farms together, then get Light Matica and just build it in real life. In real life? I mean, in Minecraft. So, I mean, yeah, that's about it. I don't, you know, I don't have, yeah. I'm just returning Jules's beacon, and I just remembered this area is insane. I don't know when the last time I was here was, but look at this. Crazy build. This isn't by Jules, this is by, an awesome epic person who's here on the server who I didn't totally forget the name of, because that would be bad considering oh my god, that's so beautiful. Holy shit. God, that's just so nice. The texturing is just, oh, put random blocks in. But that's fine, you know, that's whatever. It's just not how I do it personally, you know? And that doesn't mean it's bad. I fucking love it. I actually think it looks amazing. This is such a nice build. I love the detail. Like there's so much care taken to it. It just feels very nice, very finished as well. I like some of my builds, and I love all the vines on the tower and everything. Oh my god. And there's this little house here, very cool. But the main thing here is look at Jules's area. That is a big dirt tree, but that won't be a big dirt tree soon. I need to make my big tree before that gets finished, because I bet you I could. I bet you. Oh, look, little boat here. Oh, look at the little dock area. That's just so nice. Oh, like normally I'd get Jules to show me around, but Jules has already shown me around like 3 million times. So I'm not gonna harass Jules once more just to get a little guided tour of this area. But oh my lord, town center. Oh, we got some swiftness here. Oh, I was meant to return the beacon. Oh wait, that's what I'm doing. It's just a very nice place. You know, it makes me kind of jealous because our town, like the main town, which isn't Jules' town, is very kind of bland and boring, but this is all very fun. It's got a very nice theme to it. We need to get more stuff going on in the main center town, which is why I need to build my base, build my thing. You know. Oh, let's just put this in the middle here. Let's harass. Let's be mean. Let's steal some of Jules's stuff. That's kind of what I mean. Fuck. Jesus Christ, man. Holy crap. What the fuck? Let's put these back. that parrot actually fucking got me, bro. Where is it? There's a creeper nearby, obviously, because they made the sound of it. There we go. That's good. Alright. They're making the creeper sound. I hate that. There we go. I got out safely. There's definitely a creeper about there, but I don't want to destroy it, but someone else will activate it or something. Oh, what a wonderful place down here. Let's have a look down here. Got some lovely lily pads with the use of the coral on some copper trapdoors. Very sick. You know what's really annoying? Yeah. And my work here is done. I have done a nice job here. I was going to say, I hope no one notices. I actually do. Alright, there we go. Don't tell anyone. What the? What is this? This is Jules's, right here, right next to the shell of the farm that I'm making. Yes, I've gotten so far along so far. Actually, I haven't gone that far along at all. I don't know what I left off you guys with, but this is a farm design by potato_noir on YouTube. I think, if I remember, The link will be in the description, but it's titled The First True Dye Farm in Minecraft 1.20 Java. It's adapted I've added on glow ink, and I've changed the black ink to, black dye to come from, instead of ink sacs and squids instead of wither roses, because I just didn't want to deal with that. So we got this and this, and I think that's pretty sick. This is the thing is, changing these over was eventually like the thing that took the longest for this project. So that's why it's just like taken so long for me to do this. I've also had to adapt the farm to move this further back because I had planned out the entire area. I was just going to put the farms here and it would be perfectly fine, but it turns out it's not the exact same flower depending on the Y level. It can actually change. It actually fucking changes. So I actually had to make 3 of these, which works perfectly fine. And I had to make a little system here. Basically, if there's something in this dispenser or dropper here, it locks the hopper and also sends a signal into the dropper to send the item out. And this wouldn't work with a system of too many items, but this will just recycle seeds into bone meal and stuff. But anyway, that's another thing I adapted. But yeah, as you can see, we've just got the shell of the build. If I press this button here, I know it looks very weird and all over the place, but this is basically what I've got to build. Like, you see this? I've got to build all of the redstone stuff, all of the farms, and also up there is going to be a moss farm. I don't know what order of operations I should do. Maybe I'll just start from the bottom up because, or maybe I'll go top down. God, look at the cactus farm. Oh, it's going to take so long. I am not joking when I say I have spent actual days doing this. Pardon me. Look, it is done. It is complete. I have finished it. Sorry, that's my chair creaking if you can hear that. I've done the entire friggin' farm, and it only took me more than a week, actually. I have spent so much time making this, and it works, but just barely, actually. I'm gonna complain a bit. This farm is not that efficient. It's really not. Like, the squid thing, that's whatever. I made this. This is my own. Well, it's not my own thing, but I chose to put this in the farm. I chose to put this in the farm. That's fine. That's whatever. But like, the combination of all these farms, like this. All right. Let me explain through the issues I have with this, which I might fix, but I'm not going to right now. I can sell dye in the dye farm. It's whatever. Dye farm, dye shop. Anyway, this here is a bone meal farm. It creates moss, which then gets put into a bunch of composters that are right here, and then basically what it does is it turns the moss into bone meal. The bone meal goes through the system. This, I have to be in this chunk all the time while it's working, otherwise it will destroy itself, which sucks, but that's just a server issue. I don't mind, but it doesn't create enough bone meal for the rest of the farm. Let me go past the cactus bit here. It drops down into here, goes into here, then it passes over this hopper here. But if this machine isn't on, it doesn't gather any bone meal. So basically, when the farms aren't on, they don't gather bone meal. But I can't have them off and also gathering at the same time, which I'm not a big fan of. Because eventually I will just fill, like with the cactus bit here, it will just fill up with cactus, and I don't know. It's weird. Also with this farm here, which relies on having bone meal in the hoppers, the cocoa, the brown dye farm. I've got to stand here with cocoa seeds, right-click this block, and I turn this on, and the dispensers dispense bone meal into them and grows them fully. But without the bone meal, it won't work, but it will only work if there's bone meal in it. So it has to be on to gather bone meal, which I'm not a big fan of. Anyway, it drops down into my farm thing here, which has a bone meal storage thing that doesn't lock itself. Look, because now they're all the way filled up, and I just want to have a storage of bone meal so I can AFK for a bit, then come back and just like go crazy, you know? It doesn't matter, you know, it is what it is. And we've got a storage system here actually. So, okay, I think I showed how it worked before. I don't remember, it's been so long. But we've got, you know, black dye, we've got a white dye, we've got everything. I don't know why I'm listing them off. That looks a bit like Among Us. I'm just a little upset that it's just not that efficient. The main issue is the bone meal. But hey, you know, it just means I've got to spend more time AFKing. But I'm not going to be doing that right now. Instead, I'm going to start working on something different. Something based, something epic. Zombie. Instead, I'm going to be working on this goddamned plot. This may feel like, oh yeah, that was like a week ago. This has been more than a week for me, bro. This has been so long in the making, probably 2 weeks. thinking about it. I am going to use the schematic, and actually, here we go. We can do this, do that. Here we are. I'm going to build this hand by hand. I've got a list of all the different blocks I'm going to need, and I'm going to build this. It looked a lot better when I first made it, and I've hyped it up a bit, I can't lie. So I'm a bit anxious and nervous that people aren't going to be as big of a fan of it as I am. So we'll work it out, but for now, I am just going to gather all the resources and just get a move on.
So I wanted to try something different today. With my past few videos, I've just put music over sped up footage, and I just want to talk over it real quick. So this build was kind of interesting. It was a very difficult thing to adapt from the video game Breath of the Wild to Minecraft. In the game itself, the building looks really nice, but if you try and convert it straight away block for block, you end up getting something that's really flat and very two-dimensional and does not look good. It's a very difficult process to kind of understand. I think the hardest part of it was the front-facing wall. Because once that was done, everything else was just basically a copy and paste of that. I went through so many iterations. I wish I kept them all, but I was just editing on the original one over and over and over again till I got to what I wanted. I guess I'm going to explain it in words if I can. The wall, I know I wanted it to be sandstone, so I made it out of pure sandstone. In the game itself, it looks like you could use fences in Minecraft to make the windows, but that just looked too bulky, so I had to then go swap that for something that's thinner and has more depth to it. Same with the blocks. So with the blocks themselves, I couldn't just go for one flat color, just plain smooth sandstone. Plain smooth sandstone does not work just on its own, usually. You're gonna need to add other colors. And I like to do a thing where I have multiple different colors to add variation to the build. The different blocks have different lightnesses, so sometimes they can look very dark or very bright compared to the normal block, like smooth sandstone. And when it comes to smooth sandstone, or sandstone in general, first of all, sandstone is darker than smooth sandstone, so are birch planks, so are stripped birch logs, and other things like that. And if you think about it, when you look at a build in person, in real life, right in front of you, it's not just flat white one color. Even if it's a whole white building, it is not just white. It is white with darker bits where the roof overhangs, and sometimes the water will come down and darken the paint, but that does still create an effect, a look. And if you want your builds in Minecraft to look better, you got to think about, if this was in real life, where would the water run off and drip down and cause the paint to discolor? Or where is the shadow hitting it if it's a normal sunny day? And I think when you implement different texturing just randomly, it gets very difficult to kind of discern different details. But if you think about it with real life examples, it's easier to understand what you're looking at, I think. At least that's my personal opinion. It's also important as well that when you're doing this, like implementing darker blocks where it would be in real life, you also need to implement depth. Because in real life, an actual building that's completely flat would have pretty much a lot of a uniform wear all around it, and that could be very difficult or might not even look good in Minecraft. But if you've got an overhang and you've got a roof, it's a triangle shaped roof, the water's going to come off from the top of the roof and run down the sides of the roof and come down and down the sides of the buildings. That means the corners of the building are going to be darker. And that kind of stuff is, it's kind of difficult. I think I'm trying to explain how I went through this process, but it's more of a vibes-based thing. I think to be good at building in Minecraft, you need to look at people who do paintings and people who do drawings and design and other things like that. Well, because yes, it's just building in Minecraft and you don't need to know much about it. It's just Minecraft blocks, which yeah, it is. But there are things that you can learn from painting that you can implement into your builds in Minecraft. Like, to take from example, BOTW, one of my favorite YouTubers actually, he has this wonderful forest build in the Hermitcraft server, and he uses these, I forgot what it is. It's the blue sort of netherrack stuff that you get from the warped forest in the nether. He uses that in patches of grass to add a different kind of shade, because sometimes shadow can look bluer. Or sometimes he uses moss in other areas, which could be more wet, because moss has kind of like a wet look. When things are wet, they're kind of darker, but they don't tend to go bluer, but they tend to go just darker and more brownier and muddier. And depending on which biome you are in Minecraft, obviously it can change and be different, but usually that's how it goes. And typically if you're building something, you're not going to go for, oh yeah, there's this green block, there's this blue block, they're going to go right next to each other. But if you're looking at painting, people use purples, reds, yellows, just in one green field. And you got to think, how could I implement that into my builds? Obviously, I'm not that masterful. I don't think I've used deceptive colors very effectively, but that is just one example of how skills from something that isn't related to Minecraft can actually help you with other things. Like, understanding proportion can really help your builds. So my friend on the server, Jakob, he was building this shop, or he showed me one of his sketches, and the doorway was just a 1x2 Minecraft door, but the windows were like 3x4, and obviously you got the building around it. But that proportion isn't proportionate to, like, the windows wouldn't make sense for that door, at least in my opinion. And you got to think, when you look at real life buildings, take things from that building and just try and adapt it to scale by hand. I think the way I learned to build quite well was on my previous server called Crisis Craft. I made some wonderful fucking builds, man. I made some absolutely amazing ones that I'm still so proud of to this day. I didn't realize how things scaled really beforehand. Once I started building them, you sort of start to realize that, like, oh, so if this door is 2 blocks tall, then these windows can only be at max 3 blocks tall and 1 block wide, and things like that. It's hard to explain. When you're building a building in Minecraft, a Minecraft door is your best bet to get a good frame of reference. Say you stand next to a doorway in your house, you stand next to another doorway in your house. Usually those doors are going to be the same size. So if you put a Minecraft door down in Minecraft and you try and build your house, you can use that door to scale it with everything else. It's very difficult. It takes ages. I've been playing Minecraft for friggin' years, man. And I'm still not that good at it, I'm going to be honest. But it's important. Look at the things around you and try and implement them into the things you do. And I don't know. This is something I take into my graphic design as well. I do graphic design at university level, and I find it so enjoyable. I think once you implement things that aren't related to what you're trying to do into the things you're trying to do, you can see so much more. Don't limit yourself to Minecraft builds when building a Minecraft build. Look at real life things. Look at fictional things. Look at drawings. Look at everything. All right? Minecraft build talk over. Me when Minecraft build. Is that how I stop that? Oh my goodness. I have spent so long on this build. Sorry, I didn't mean to walk in front of that. But I've spent so long on this build, and I'm kind of proud. When I first made it, I was very proud of it. But I think it could be better. It could be way better than it is at the moment. I like it. I'm a big fan of it, obviously, but you know. I don't know, maybe I'm beating myself up about it. I've seen it so much now. I will say, I think I got the angle on this cloth very nice. This chimney's quite good. It's very chunky, but that's what it's like in the game. But yeah, this is my dye shop. Dye. That's it. I mean, there's nothing crazy, nothing special to it. That's everything. I had to get so many more extra bits and bobs. I had to go back and forth so much for this goddamn build. And it's not even done. I haven't even got the glass in the bit there. But look. I made do with what I got, and I think it went all right. I think it went absolutely a-okay. I'm actually quite proud of the interior. I think it's not the most amazing interior. Like, you can see we got the dye vats from, like, in the original on, like, in Zelda. So there's some nice, lovely colors. You can see some of it spilling out, and that's something I try to do a lot of here. Spilling dyes. Like, these are little bottles, and there's just dye on the floor. There's meant to be 2 banners there. I didn't want to get them just yet. Like here, the spilled dye. Oh, there we go. Took me a second, but we got it. Spilling dye a bit all over the place. I really like it. Here, I think it has that kind of look. We've got paintings up on the wall, and we've got stock in the chests. Not that much. I need to AFK. My farm, by the way, actually, this is a quick side note. I think I said before, I don't remember. It's been so long since I recorded a segment properly, but my farm sucks. It's so slow. I'm going to replace the bone meal bit to something that's faster, but I don't need that right now, you know? Who needs that? I don't have time for that. I've got other things to do. I've got a loving wife and children to go see. That's a lie. I don't have that, but hey. I do have a loving wife, though. But yeah, I know. I kind of like it. The way you pay, by the way, actually. You see here, it says payment here. Let's go get some of this. All right, so we got diamonds here. And say I want some red dye. I take one from here, like this, and I just go, boop, And then there we go. And payment's been taken. And I have no risk of that payment being taken again. Actually, I do. I don't care. That's not something I worry about. But round the back of the building here, we've got this little doorway. We go in, and here we are. We've got a little diamond in here. And not only that, right? Oh, it's raining. Not only that, but when there's diamonds, these lights light up, which is a little thing that like Gamers Shop does, and trying to avoid the rain. So the other Gamers Other Shop, I think Jakob's is meant to do it. Like there we go, and there's another one. There was meant there, right there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really proud of it, and it's just been a very good build. I really enjoy it. I've hyped it up to all my friends, and I'm worried that they don't like it anymore. Also, side note, I had to uninstall Lightmatica because it sucked. It sucked. But anyway, this video has taken me so long to make, and it's probably going to be shorter than all the others because I just did 2 things, and they took me forever to do. But either way, I want to say an absolutely huge thank you to absolutely everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by and just watching the videos. I don't know, the support on these videos have been quite nice. I accidentally turned the comments off on the last one, but I hope you guys don't mind. But I hope you stick around and watch more because I'm enjoying making this. I don't need to do it with I don't need your permission for me to do it, but it's nice when you guys watch them. So, you know, tell me what you think about the build and tell me what you thought about the video. I've had a wonderful time. I hope you have too. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.